Do that again.
Which one?
Do all that again.
Just wanted to make sure you're on my good side. Still trying to figure out which one the good side is. Y'all need the lower back tape. See, I got the.
And welcome to In the Spotlight. It's your girl Lisa, the Baltimore Paparazzi. Happy Saturday. It's actually kind of nice outside. It's not 150,000 degrees. But yeah. So, we ain't start that late. We're on a couple minutes. We're on a couple minutes late. You know, sometimes things happen in life.
Yeah.
So,
she has a quick comeback recovery.
Right. Jay is my lifesaver, the cherry kind, because they're the best. Cherry lifesavers are the best. Don't you know that?
Yeah.
Like the pink starburst are the best.
Pink Starburst is the best.
Right.
That second one's true.
Right. Truth 100. Well, like I said, it's In the Spotlight with your girl Lisa, the Baltimore Paparazzi. And tonight, I have the privilege of having on this guy right here. I'm just, because all of a sudden I remember the first time that I seen him perform. We're going to talk about that too. And you all know that it's not an interview, it's a conversation.
Right.
So I'd like you all to welcome Bryan Lyrics.
No applause and nothing.
Yeah, I ain't got no sound bites yet.
No, audience.
We're a work in progress here. We're a work in
Well,
progress.
we have it, but I just wasn't there yet.
Right. We work. We you know.
So Jay said, "I don't need the applause yet."
No, we getting there. We getting there. You're like my, what is this, my third show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my third show.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Again.
Again.
I'm about to say you begin again.
I begin again. So
Hold up. So, Bryan wanted sound effect.
I'll say it again. I'm saying, introduce me again. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
it's like he just won the world heavyweight title.
But these arms, man, I need a push up first.
Push up or two. Okay. So Bryan is yes, actually it really is. Like it's like I was thinking today, because you know I usually just don't even write down any questions. I just got to the point to where we just have conversations. We talk about just about whatever. We talk about what's going on. We talk about music. We talk about, you know, I like to talk to the artists and find out where their head is. And we've held conversations before. And you were on my show on Hard Body Radio with the Guild, which is the collective that you have with Exoskeleton and Sir Tizzy. So I'm gonna tell my story.
Uh-oh.
So one night at G10, I'm there. I think TNT asked me to come. I knew it was TNT's show.
It was TNT.
And you just had to stand. It's right there.
Okay.
So TNT, of course, asked me to come. So I came through because me and TNT were friends. So this guy gets on stage and he performs. And I'm like, who is this guy?
My stepson.
Well, then that would make him my stepson too, right? Somehow or another.
Yeah, it was.
Since I'm your second wife.
Correct.
Okay.
Good Lord, you got to me your house. I mean, you got
Exactly. I'm the second one. I'm the second one, so that's all that matters.
He said he got 16. What does he do for a living?
I worked a lot of jobs.
So, Bryan gets. It was later on that night when you was getting ready to leave that I talked to you, or was it when you got off stage? I remember
400 years ago now.
I know, but he was rapping. It was lyrical, and he wasn't rapping over his lyrics. Like I was just like in G10. Now everyone was talking about, the reason why I rap over my lyrics is because the venue system sucks. Okay, well, the system sucks. You can still rap over your music and not your lyrics. So that was a conversation that I had with, I was like, I loved it. Like, you did rap over your lyrics, you know. And then from then on, I started seeing you different places more. I don't know where I was hiding under a rock.
No, I had just started. Like that was only like my third or fourth show.
I couldn't tell. I could not tell.
Yeah, that was my third or fourth show, and you beat that idea in my head. You said it to me one time. Like I kind of already knew, like just from other shows that you shouldn't use other people. You know, you shouldn't go over top of your leg. But I didn't know it was a thing. And you said that to me that one day, and then I still, what is it, like 6 years later, I still cringe a little bit every time I see somebody perform, especially when the system's good. When the system's good and you can hear them.
When you're like
but now you're like jumbling over yourself.
You're at Soundstage or Auto Bar. Like they have sound men there.
Sitting there. Pushing buttons.
Right. So, I mean, I'm glad that, you know, because that's always been my thing, like to be able to help at least one person that I touch or whatever, you know.
You helped me with that one because I didn't know.
Yeah. Like, I've gotten so many people say, I'm like, I hate when people rap about this. Well, Rick Ross does it. I said, do you make Rick Ross money?
Yeah,
no.
But look at Jay-Z said he refused.
Right.
I remember watching it. It was like he did the So Def tour. I wasn't there. It was just on YouTube. I watched it. It was a lot. But he had Jermaine Dupri asked him to do an extra song. It was like, yeah, do this one more for me. And then he played the one with the lyrics on it. It's like, no, we don't do that.
Right.
We don't do that.
Right. Because, I mean, to me, everybody that I've seen rap over their lyrics they rapping and they're not rapping in the microphone. The microphone's over here and they're jumping around partying, and I'm like, well, you could just hand me the CD, sweetheart. I could have listened to it, threw it out.
Watch the music video and see you jump around.
Right. I could have just watched you on YouTube or IG, one of the two.
Right.
But it's always been a pet peeve for me. And the guests that I had last week were winners of a contest up in Pennsylvania with Jason Zavala. And that was one of the things I was telling everybody all night long was I hate rap. I'm going to keep saying it. Stop rapping over your lyrics. And it wasn't just me. It was my, another judge named Jay Lynn. She said the same thing.
Judge.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was a judge.
Cool.
I was a judge. Again, I was a judge last year. And that's when BBK and Black Salem were up there. And the way it should have played out was Black Salem first, BBK second. And it was no prejudice, no judge, no bias, no nothing. It was they did not rap over their lyrics. And they gave one hell of a show. While everybody else was rapping over lyrics and partying. And that was what I brought up. But I was outvoted for it.
BBK, they rocked it this year. I seen them like at least twice this year. One time with a band. When they did the band of, what's the one downtown? What's the big joint downtown?
The Cultural Center?
No, the big one.
Whoa, Soundstage?
Soundstage. Is it Soundstage? The one across the street. I seen him over there. The one across the street. Ramshead. Not Ramshead Live, the one upstairs. I don't know the name of the place, but either way, they had their own band with them. It wasn't really the type of lyrics.
Angels Rock Bar.
I think yes, that's what it was.
Wisdom Court Show?
I never heard them. Yeah,
Angels Rock Bar.
They came in there. They had their whole band with them. Of course, they don't have lyrics on top of it. And they killed everything about it.
Right.
They killed everything about it, man.
I always said about singers, I said, you want to hear if a singer can really sing, make them sing a cappella. And
I guess it goes for right. Make them sing without their tracks.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, I watched the boy at the Ja Rule show, not the last one, but the one before that. And he was rapping over his lyrics, but the second song he wasn't rapping over his lyrics. And he screwed up and forgot his, whole verse.
When he did it without the lyrics.
But that's what I said. I said, well, he didn't have the lyrics, so yeah, okay.
That's the thing though. When you do it without the lyrics, you have a better opportunity to give him a better show. Because then you can even switch it up. You can mess up. You can freestyle. You can stop the verse early.
Who's gonna know?
No one will know unless you are hardcore stumble over your words. But
no, I've had people rap the wrong rap a. Apex did it one night. Apex was like, I screwed up that whole verse. I said, but did anybody notice? He was like, nope. I said, exactly.
One time back when I first started, I was on this song, I understand. It was an old Dr. Dre beat. I did the first verse, I did the third verse. I was like, oh crap. Then I turned around and did the second verse because
right,
I had my lyrics, but I didn't have no lyrics.
But the only people that were going to know that is if somebody that
fans might heard the music already.
I'm sure your wife would probably notice.
Yeah.
I love her. I absolutely love her. She's time enough for you. She really is. Bryan he's such a fun guy, you guys. He's so fun. He laughs, he jokes, and it's like even if he says something, and you're mad, you can't help but to laugh because he's dying laughing
You gotta
himself.
go tell my wife that.
Right.
I hope she's listening. You watching? I don't see yet.
But she is like I just absolutely like she is. I just get a very good. Ever since the first time I met her, I got a very good vibe from her.
Just
you know what I mean?
She is just as insane as I am.
Exactly.
She just try to hide it in public.
Right. But she it's good to have good people in your corner, but it's even better when your spouse is good people and is in your corner, because I know you all have a few kids.
One or two.
Yeah. Couple here and there.
One or two.
And I know it's got to be hard on her. You going to shows and you doing stuff. But you and your brother have your own company.
Big Boys Music.
Right. So I'm sure that as far as recording and all, it's not like you're going to a...
Yes, I do that correct.
Right. You're not going out to a studio and then she's wondering, oh, well, it's 2:00 in the morning. I wonder what hoes are in the studio. Because, that's what most girlfriends... And maybe even some wives, they automatically think, no, sweetheart, most of the time it's people like me sitting in the studio just sucking up all this good vibes and good energy, because I love being in the studio.
Man, I've been thinking about that lately. I was like, I want to start going to somebody's studio. I don't really want to record in nobody's studio.
You just want to...
Because I kind of had my own way of doing it. But I want to feel that vibe. I don't really get the vibe out with people...
Right.
Get away. That's the difference between doing it yourself and doing it with in an actual studio. You don't get the vibe out the same. You don't get to meet everybody the same. It kind of slows you down or something. But you do, if you do it right, you got good sounding product.
Right.
And then I don't have to deal with her. Most I get is, why are you so loud?
Right. You're going to wake the kids up.
I get that. It's like, why are you so loud? If you wake this baby up, you recording with him.
Yeah, I mean, and it's kind of like, and I've been in this business for 11 years. I've been around it. I've been a part of it. I've been to many studios. I've had conversations with girlfriends and boyfriends of artists, and and I've seen relationships come together. I've seen them break up, and and a lot of it is because the person can't handle this business. Because let's be honest, I've been a girlfriend of a rapper, and I've had to deal with the groupies, and I had to let him know you're being a little too friendly.
I told her, don't nobody want me anyway.
and that's what I got from him too, and
you ain't believe.
And no, and we don't. Anybody that knows me knows what happened with that situation. We're friends now. It took us like 4 years to be friends again.
I would ask. I don't know. I would ask, but I don't want you to incriminate yourself on the air.
What?
You might be a little crazy. Probably
What?
knocked them out or something like that.
No. He actually cheated on me with my so-called best friend, because she lied to him, and so it took us like 4 years for us to even speak again. I mean, I forgave him because I understood that she's supposed to be my best friend, so of course she's going to tell him the truth in his mind, but it was lies that she kind of helped weave together. So, but this business is hard to have a relationship in. If I was dating somebody. He wasn't a rapper, and this is when I was going to pit fights all the time. I was supporting pit fights, supporting the music scene, constantly at shows. And his comment was, "Oh, I bet they all be hitting on you at the show." I'm like, everybody looks at me like I'm their mother. What the hell are you talking about?
Except Jay.
Except Jay and Antoine.
He don't care.
But like that's it's and I know there's been conversations held about me in that manner, but it came to me second and third party, And I was like, well, why ain't nobody saying nothing to me?
He's
Like,
he's
boost,
like, y'all got everybody but the person that needs to get this.
boost my confidence
Right.
and my ego up
Get
a
my
little
ego
bit.
up a little. My head a little small. Let it get bigger.
Yes, make me go. Stop! Oh my goodness, stop playing.
You can't have me, but thanks for letting me know.
Right. But that's how he was. He was like, "Oh, you got the no. Nobody's hitting on me at shows."
That's funny that you ain't even the talent and you getting it. Well, I say you're not the talent. That's a wrong choice of words. You ain't the artist. You sitting here right now. That's the talent.
But like, and it's been like, I've been accused of sleeping with people, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Well, you should have left them dudes alone.
I didn't even know.
You said you didn't know you was messing with them.
I didn't even know.
You didn't even get to enjoy what you messing with them.
I got accused of one person, and I busted out laughing so hard I was crying. My ex was like, well, okay. I was like, okay, you believe that, right? Because that was obscene. That was just, oh my God. I still laugh at that when I tell my
friends. You
friends.
gotta say names. You gotta say
No, because that person I don't even speak to anymore. We're not even friends anymore. And I was accused of, oh please. But I see it a lot of times where the being out recording, being out at shows, because they knew that they were dealing with somebody who was an artist or rapper or a singer or whatever the case may be when they got, and it was all cool because, oh, my baby can sing. Oh, until you get on that Facebook page and you see all these other females, and because, you feel some kind of way. Trust me, I'm still going through that right now with my friend. And he don't even rap, like, really anymore.
Fortunately, unfortunately, I ain't there yet. Because, they can be in my inbox if they buying the album, and then she going to threaten their lives, and they get better by the next album, too.
No, she gonna go on, she gonna go under your name and invite them to a show, and then she gonna be standing there going,
Well, like 12 keys in her head.
But it's just it amazes me sometimes that it amazes me sometimes that some of the people, they have what I see to be a solid relationship, I think, and then all of a sudden it's gone. And I'm like, oh, this business is like crazy. Whether the artist, whether it be female or male, cheats or whatever, or, but sometimes it's just like they can't handle the late nights. They can't handle the shows on the weekends. They can't handle this, that, the third, being,
studio time.
Right, especially studio time.
The time you need to, like, all right, let me go sit in here in the corner and write my next masterpiece.
My friend came over a couple weeks ago, and I was watching TV. He came in and asked for the notebook. I found the notebook for him, gave him the notebook, and he put on his headphones, and he's writing to the beat, and I'm just watching TV.
Man, that be my times, though. That be my times. Like, when I be sitting, like you just say, I be sitting at the computer at the desk, sitting there, just making the beat, writing around on my phone. She's sitting over there watching whatever she watching. And I be like, all right, she in the room, I'm good. But my soul's satisfied.
For me, watching him write I smile. Because he's doing what he wants and what what his passion is. Like, he'll run stuff past me, and I'll be like, whatever you need, whatever, you need me to support you, I'm here. If you want to do this, if you want to do that. He was like, I want to write this, and everybody's going to be pissed off and mad at me. Then going to be mad at me. And I'm like, if that's what you want to do. And in my mind, I'm going, don't do it. Don't do it. But if that's what you want to do.
I'll wear that. She would tell me, don't do that, son. No, don't do that. Oh, no, don't put that out. That's a bad idea. That one won't work.
But I knew he wasn't going to do it. I knew he would probably write it, but he would never record it and put it out.
It's called venting.
Yeah, exactly.
It's called, that's your diary. Your diary of your bad thoughts.
It's your diary. This is your therapy. Because music is therapy for me to listen to it, and I can relate to it. It's whatever I'm listening to, you could tell that's my mood.
Yeah.
And if I'm going through something, if I'm feeling happy, sad, if I'm feeling whatever, you can always tell by the music that I'm listening to.
Man, I never understood that concept. I cannot do that. I just listen to the same music, whatever, no matter how I'm feeling. It's just music in general makes me feel happy. So I can be ready to punch somebody in the face, turn a couple songs, and, all right, you know what, I can play DMX. You know what DMX is. He's not very friendly all the time.
Right.
And I can play that, and I'll be like, all right, I'm good. Just go with better.
but see, that's your therapy.
That's my therapy.
Right.
Music is my therapist.
Exactly. It's got to be my therapist now.
Except it keeps talking to me instead of letting me just say a bunch of dumb stuff to it.
Because the other day, me and Mistress Beats, every once in a while, if you ever see us post anything, especially me, if I say something and it says something about cowbells, that's because on Will Ferrell did this skit on Saturday Night Live with Christopher Walken, and they were Will Ferrell was part of this rock band called Blue Oyster Cult, which is a band from the 70s. And I come to realize that a lot of 70s music had cowbell in it.
Really?
If you listen, I always pick up and I always hear the cowbell. So and in the skit he's like, it needs more cowbell. So he's just beating on this cowbell. So that's just this kind of thing. Like all of a sudden I'll just write, it needs more cowbell. So
now you know I gotta go look that up now.
Right, I'm telling you.
If I wasn't doing what I'm doing right now, I'd be like,
all you gotta do is
music.
all you gotta do, yeah. So that's always been an ongoing thing for me and Mistress Beats. So one day I was listening to 70s music. I think it might have been, I don't know if it was the XM radio or if it was just one of the rock stations. And it was a song that I knew called I don't know if it's called Mississippi Queen, but that's what it says. And you hear this cowbell in it. So I wrote and I was like, all 70s music must have cowbell, and it must have been like mandatory to have cowbell in it. She's like, if you can hear a cowbell in a song, you can make a beat. I can guarantee it. I said, everybody wants me to do something.
Yeah.
Because
I would like to see that happen.
I'm telling you. Who was it? Street Scott, and it might have been Street. Yes, during the interview, Street was like, I bet Lisa's got a whole like project in her head. I was like, I've heard a beat. A friend of mine sent me a beat. He had his verse on it, and then the hook, and then it was the second verse. And I was like, that it just spoke to me. I wanted to write to it so bad, but I couldn't because I don't know how to write.
Well, can I get a feature when you put this
Sure. Jay's going.
I can ghostwrite a little bit, edit that part out. You can be Drake.
Right. But, it's like, because I've been around this music, the Baltimore Crown Awards always had this producers battle.
I did that once.
Where, she gives you these options and you make beats or whatever. So we're sitting there and this beat comes on and we're all sitting there and I'm like, this is a long intro. And it just keep on going, and then it finally dropped, and then the DJ cut it off. The guy was like, no, you gotta let it play. We was like, how much longer do we gotta play? So they played it back. I'm sitting right by the stage. Only is on the stage. This is at Five Seasons. He's over towards the bar part of the stage, where the men's bathroom is. He's over that part, and I'm sitting there. I was actually sitting on the step of the stage. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay. It's supposed to drop right there. Only said, even Lisa knows it's supposed to drop right there. It's like, yeah, it's supposed to drop right there.
He said, you got your phone balls already, and that's the thing hit.
Right. And it was just like, I was like, so what's the artist supposed to do on stage? Just stand there and just talk crap the whole time?
Well, yeah.
No.
But not enough artists do that anymore. A lot of artists don't talk through their tracks anymore. We need that. We need some more of that.
Maybe so, because
a lot of the artists I've been watching lately, I've been seeing on these shows because I've been doing more shows than I've been performing lately. Don't ask why. I guess I'm just feeling my way into the scene again.
Right.
But, they go up there, they don't start rapping till the beat start. They don't open their mouth until the beat start. So maybe that's what it's for. They need to introduce themselves. They need to tell them they got CDs in their bag for $5. That's
right. They need to promote themselves.
We're
gonna get Jay to teach these people how to do promotion on themselves.
She gets stuck with every job in the universe.
Will you just say if you had 16 wives? You better get to work and get this money.
I'm just saying.
You gotta be able to afford them. I can't afford one.
I know.
Oh, I got a bunch of kids.
I know.
We got about
That's the alternative. So you got the same amount of kids, but you got more wives, so you losing. Get another job.
Jay doesn't need to sleep.
He said, "Was sleep for what? What you got? You got 16 wives. You don't get sleep.
He gotta.
You get tired. You don't get sleep.
He has to break them up within those 6 days, and keep one day to himself.
So all I got meet you at work to get some time with you.
Right.
They like 15-minute break, you get your time. 30-minute break, you get your time.
We're gonna alternate.
It's 2 hours.
You get 2 hours in a week.
We're here.
You winning.
Right.
You winning.
Yep. Nate, I think Nate gets at least a little bit more time, maybe.
2.5.
Maybe.
Dang.
She be asleep.
She like,
hey, it works. You lay up in the bed, you rub a booty. That's quality time. That's quality time.
they high-fiving, y'all. For everybody listening on the radio, they high-fiving.
I'm just
Rub
saying.
the booty, I get it. That's quality time.
That's quality time.
Right, okay.
10 minutes of rub, you got to switch hands. Then you chill for the other, 40 minutes? No, you said 2 hours. For the rest of the
Ebony, are you hearing this? Look at me. Look at his phone to see if she's even on there. Somebody's on there.
Actually, remember.
Exo's on there?
Actually, I ain't read a word you said. I'm supposed to be remembering something.
Hi, Exo. That's my love right there.
He said more cowbells. We need more cowbells.
Yes, more cowbells. You need more cowbells. Antoine Grant just walks in the door.
Right on time.
Look. Why do you look like you drunk or high or something? I don't know what's going on with him. He don't look. He got big old grin. It's the first time I've seen Antoine in a while.
I haven't seen this guy in real life in a while. I do like those shoes though. That's always important. Put the shoes on the camera.
He said, "Put the shoes on the camera."
That's one of my favorite parts of life. Shoes.
Yeah, this is true.
Shoes and fitteds, and the clothes will find its way into the outfit.
It used to be the opposite way around.
Right.
Me? Fitteds and shoes?
In general.
Yeah,
I mean,
it used to be clothes and you didn't shoes.
That's because we had enough money for the fitteds. We ain't have enough money for the shoes. We worked a little harder.
Man. But what was I gonna say? So yeah, I'm telling a story about how I met Bryan. And ever since then, like I said, I always got a good vibe from you. Always friendly, nice, genuine, you know.
I try.
Always wants to take a picture with me. Like that's you don't understand. That's how look. And she just sent you a text message.
She sent a real text message saying this shit. What's it called? I'm in trouble now.
But it's always been like I said, it's been always really, really genuine, and that means a lot to me.
It's because you're cool people.
I try to be.
Because you know.
I try to be, and
you give them what you get.
Right.
I said that backwards, but you know.
Right. I'm dyslexic too. I understand. I'm not really dyslexic, but I understand backwards.
Damn, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I'll read it in a second.
Right. I read it in a minute. But so you said that the show that I met you at TNT, so it was like your third show.
Something like that. It was real.
So had you been recording before this, or were you making beats before this, or?
I've been making beats and recording stuff since like forever, since like 14, something like that. Well, that's 14 when I started writing. I actually went to school to learn the production and stuff like that, but that was like 18. And I've been doing it since then, but I just like really didn't push it.
Right.
I didn't really push it until about the time when I met you, and that's when I was like really in here doing these shows and putting albums out to the streets and stuff like that, and downloads and stuff like that. But it took forever. I don't know what it was. I think it was just like it was therapeutic. Either that or I was just scared. One or the other.
Well, I mean, it took me like 4 years to start my radio station. I had been offered a show like 4 years prior, And I was like, yeah. But I'm the type of person that before I do something, I just don't leap into something. I gotta make sure that I'm in a right position. I'm in the right place. I'm in the right mindset. That because I have to do things. I have to get a routine going.
Right.
You know, so it had to be something that wasn't like I was going to be able to do it and be able to do it and be able to do it and not do it and then stop. Because that's what threw me off when we shut down Hard Body, because I was, you know, I had to stop doing my show. I had a good show for 2 years.
Right.
And, you know, I was like, okay, now I've got to get back into this, you know, and now my daughter's got a job. So then I got to incorporate, and then I got a job. So I got to incorporate this. I got to incorporate that. Then she just changed her shift this week. So now so now like she doesn't have to be there till 6:30. And then she gets off at 7:00 in the morning. I got to be at work at 8:00. So I'm getting to work late.
She living my life because that's what I'm doing. And I'm working overnight and I'm sleepy.
She works at Amazon.
Me too.
Yeah, she works at Amazon.
Tell her.
She just changed her shift, but her fiance's nephew, he still has to be there at 6. So it doesn't because I told her, I said, well, you got to still leave early. We're going to leave early because I got to be, my show is at 7 and I want to get there early enough so I can do what I need to do to set up. Right. She said, well, we still got to leave at the same time. I was like, all right. Because it don't throw me off any more than I already am.
That was one of the things that held me up. Like when I finally got the mind state that I wanted to do this and push it and see whatever it brings. That one of the things that held me up from actually getting on stage, I was like, I can't get on stage with nothing to give. Like I already had that mind state before I even knew.
Right.
Apparently, I knew some things that I didn't know that I knew, like about performing without my vocals. Didn't know that, but I was like, all right, I gotta do it this way.
Right.
And, when it came to doing shows and stuff, I was like, I gotta have a package. I gotta have a CD to come in the building with, just in case they want to buy that. It's like, all right, but it was like really expensive, and it was before I knew a Twiz or somebody who could actually put them together, right? And I still go the expensive route because I like them to look a certain quality, and you sing some of my CD. I know you have a couple. You bought a couple, and I try to make them things as much as it's a Jay-Z Nas or whatever CD as possible. So when you see that, I've had people say, yeah, like my last CD, 7. I ain't bringing it with me. I know you already got them, but the last joint is 7. I was giving them away off of donations alone. I was like, I'm not taking a particular amount of money for this.
Whatever you got.
How work. If you got $2, give it to me. Somebody gave me $20 just because the packaging was right.
Right.
I was like, whoa. They only happened like once, maybe twice. Mm-hmm. But there's just a mind state. So that was one of the things hindering me from pushing the thing. But now on a different level, I did all that. Now it's like, all right, let's push it further. Let's go to Antarctica and perform.
Right.
Like, they gonna get some cold bars.
Literally some cold bars in Antarctica.
Yeah, that's where I'm at now. Like, I kind of, I got married again, had 2 new babies. So that right there was like, all right, I had a whole lot going on. Mm-hmm. And now, like, this moment is like, I just did my first show in months. This is my first radio show in, I don't know.
Right.
I think yours might have been the last one.
Oh my!
Like yours might have been the last one. It's been a while with the Guild.
Right.
I did with the Guild. That might have been either that or was it with Twiz? Something like that. It was still a while ago. So it's like now it's like back.
Lying, because he was with you.
I was with you. I was with y'all. I don't know how long ago that was.
Last year. So
whole last year and it's July. So and if I know y'all follow me. Y'all know like I ain't never did that. I did a few shows a month, radio show a month,
right?
And new songs.
Well, from what life happens. Life happens.
Me games though.
Life happens, and for me right now, like when somebody says something about shows, I'm like, where are the shows at?
They ain't really had too much. But I'm saying.
I see that, Wisdom Court's throwing shows and doing events, and they're, Billy's taking people out of state and going on tour and whatnot. And then I'm like, okay, who else is doing shows? Like, I'll see, and then once again, when I do see somebody doing a show, it's the same people in their circle, and it just puts me back in the mindset of back when people were like,
when you gonna start doing shows again? We miss your shows because I ain't never get the opportunity to perform one of your shows.
oh my gosh.
The one opportunity I had to perform one of her shows, right? I mess around and like let my homeboy do it, and then she stopped doing shows. She's so disrespectful. All right, go ahead. What you saying?
Well, it wasn't my fault. Look, he's like, hey, what's your answer, Lisa? But it wasn't my fault. The venue ended up closing. So
Sure. They closed a few times then.
well, he had to close. Well, he didn't really close that 30 days that he lost his liquor license when the police went and liquor board lied. Oh no, everybody already knows
There's
it.
like 5 million people watching right now.
That's fine because everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
That he lost his liquor license for 30 days because the police went in there and lied to the liquor board and said that they always had to be outside of 5 Seasons because there was always fighting out there. And I've been in 5 Seasons since 2008. And
I've been a bunch of times. I ain't never seen that.
ain't nobody, the police was out there because Dunkin' Donuts was right there and the carry-out was right there. That's why they were out there.
Selling good read.
It was the only reason why they were out there. And most of the time it wasn't even the police. It was they going the correction officers from the jail. But
Getting lunch.
but that's the reason why I had to stop doing shows. And then for me to start doing shows up again, I need a venue that has good parking. It has a good vibe. The owner's not trying to rape everybody's pockets, and it's just so many things. I've had people say, "Oh yeah, well I can get you in such and such place, but then I'm going to be taxed by you because you're going to you get it for one price, but you're going to charge me another price." No,
I feel you.
no. I needed to be able to be a good place that's going to be, perfect for what I want to do. And what I do is, my show has always been, it's not up to me to if you can rap. It's up to the people in that audience. You got to get up on stage and prove yourself. I'm giving you the opportunity to prove yourself. Other than that,
that's your job. I mean, you throw the show. You get as many people as you can bring out. They bring as many people as they can bring out. Let's have a good time.
and a lot of people are like, I don't like selling tickets because, most of my fan base is online. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is.
Your fan base ain't strong now. They don't want to take
I don't want to sell tickets. And I'm totally against making somebody pay to perform at these shows. Because what you're going to do is you're going to pay money to perform. And it's going to be you and maybe a couple of your friends. That's it. Whereas if you sell tickets, people are going to buy a ticket and they're more likely going to show up because they spent money on a ticket. But that's been the issue for as many years as I've been.
I get it because at the same time, when you don't have that big a fan base, it's hard. It's hard to make like friends and family buy tickets. I had to learn. I just posted. I had to learn that a long time ago. Your friends and family ain't the ones gonna make you rich.
Right.
They ain't never gonna make you rich. It's the people that's gonna make you rich are strangers. I literally just posted that like a week ago because like. Even Jay-Z, he don't know none of the people. Less than 1% of the people that's buying his products, that's got his title, that's buy his liquor, that buy his albums and go to the shows. He don't know none of the people. So I mean, you gotta. I guess I don't have that big of a fan base. So I mean, I guess it's a bit a thing about footwork. I mean, you gotta get out there. You gotta learn how to do the social media thing. You gotta get your feet out on the ground and find some people to bang with you. And as hard as it is, everybody says it. I don't know how true it is. I see people with them in Baltimore. Fan bases is a little hard to get. So I'm like, all right, screw it. I'm gonna go do shows in DC. I'm gonna go do shows in Pennsylvania. I'm gonna knock their market up, knock them in the head until they start taking that 45-minute drive down. How long it take to Pennsylvania? Depending on where you're from, I guess.
It all depends. It depends on where you're at. Because I know Reading is 2 hours. It's like 2 hours to get to Reading.
Or screw. Get all my fans in Reading. I'll take a 2-hour trip to them.
And do you think that it's with the ability to be able to put your music on streaming sites now, it's a lot better than to get your music out there?
Yes. I think streaming networks are very crucial to today because a lot of people don't want to buy hard copies.
Right.
I mean, hey, the new cars they make, it don't even come with CDs no more a lot of times.
Mine
CD players.
Mine has a CD player, but when I take that radio out and put my new one in, 9 times out of 10, it may not have.
You may not
one.
have no CD player.
'Cause all my music is on my phone.
Right, and that's why I say streaming things are definitely dope because I don't know if people buy MP3s anymore. I think most people rather just pay for the subscription. You pay $10 a month. I subscribe to Google Play. It's like $14 a month. I got 15 people listen to all albums I want to for free. I still buy hard copies because that's like my thing. I got over 600, 700 CDs still own, you know. But so that's my thing. But as for the streaming thing, it definitely works for me. I think I get more checks from streaming than I do cash in hand when it comes to CDs and shows.
Right.
But maybe not more. Maybe it evens out. But I think it's a really good thing. Plus it pushes you farther out when you sit there and look at your online and see who's listening.
Right.
When you start seeing UK and this place and that place,
right.
Uganda. I was like, hold up, they listen to hip hop in Uganda. that's real dope, man. That's cool.
Because I have a blog that I haven't been able to write on it. I need to get back to doing that too. So, like I said, I gotta get into a habit of doing this stuff. But I used to do CD reviews of people's projects.
Yes.
And I would post them, or I'd write, I'd write something pertaining to music on there, and I'd go and I would look at my audience that has viewed my blogs, right. And it would be all over the world. It was just crazy.
Like because of but this is more social media because of like well, it's both because of YouTube. I followed this blog. Well, they had me down for a while, but I followed this blog from the UK, and I was like, I pitched to them, and hey, can you do my album? Right. The Southern Project, like, can you do my album? Can you tell people? Well, no, I'm sorry, it was God is Great. It was God is Great, but sometimes that's the one he actually listened to.
Right.
I just told him, hey, go find me on social media. I mean, not on social media, on iTunes or whatever.
Right.
And then he listened to it and did God is Great and did a whole blog on it. I was like, oh, people in UK are looking at my album right there. They liking this. All because you know the streaming services.
Right.
I wasn't going to just ship them randomly out there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
so I definitely think it's a good thing.
You know, and like I was talking to Bodymore Big Steve one day, and he was like he was like somebody in Mexico City was listening to his music. He's like, I need to know. I want to know how they found me. Like, where did you listen? Who were you listening to?
Send them to you.
That sent, you know. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like
that I never actually thought of that question, but now that you said it, it's like, oh, I really want to know.
Right.
Like, how do they find our music?
Right.
That's really cool.
Yeah, because I'm not really up to date on like what's on the radio or anything. And like I said, now this car has XM radio at least for the next couple of weeks.
You so bougie?
No, it came with the car. It came with the car.
And because it came with the car, you so bougie.
So. Like, and they have this one show on one of the stations where it's like a leaked show where they play music that's, you know, by people who are, I guess, unknown because I don't know who they are.
Okay.
And my friend, he's like, he'll send me a song. He'll be like, "This is a dope song," and I'm like, "Where do you hear this stuff from?" He's like, "XM radio," and I'm like, I don't be listening. I just be present. I'll be listening to the 90s and 2000s station.
So you messing up.
I know.
You messing up.
Because
you like music. It's not like you the type of person just like, oh, whatever's hot on the radio, I'm going for it. No, you listen. If you listen to music, you like it, you're going to listen to it.
Right.
So you need to be on that station and find these new artists.
Man, I'm telling you. Thanks to David Banner, that's my man. I found this guy down in Jackson, Mississippi, where David Banner's from. And I listened to his music, and I was like, I love this guy. He kind of reminds me a little bit of David Banner, you know, as far as like his political songs or whatever. Okay. But like his guy, like it was like a not really a political song, but it was basically talking about the stuff that was going on. And then he's got music about his kids, you know, it's you know, all over the place, which is cool because I like variety. So because of David Banner posting him up, because he did a verse for him, and I went and listened to the song. I was like, I like this guy. I reached out to him. Nope. So hopefully I can maybe get him on for a phone interview. And then a guy from Detroit reached out to me. So I'm just like, okay, how are these people finding me?
Because you want to blow up.
One of my friends told me last night I was a big shot because Coast to Coast called me about covering a show down in Miami, Little Haiti. But I ain't got no money to be going down there, so.
I'm just saying, like, we just saw the GoFundMe. I got you for like $5.50.
$5.50. $5.25. I got you for $5.25. I had to use the other quarter.
I had to use the other quarter.
Yeah.
My phone was off. I put it in the phone machine.
Right. I found a payphone and I just had to use it. I had to see if it was still working.
It didn't work though. No. Took my quarter though.
Took my quarter. Somebody getting it. But I say that because before we didn't hear about, like, I don't know where I thought artists came from because they were just on the radio. I didn't think about them. I didn't think about them being underground, struggling artists like I had met here in Baltimore in 2006, 7, you know, through, you know, Blog Talk Radio show, and then 2008 going to shows. I don't know where I thought they came from. I just,
like, you know, wake up in the morning famous, huh?
They, you know, somebody heard them singing on the bus like Tyrese, or seen him pumping gas like they did Tony Braxton.
Well, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, she was pumping gas.
What the heck she been pumping gas singing for?
There's
gas.
I guess that was.
I'm sorry.
She's from Severn, so who knows? But, you know, so I never really thought about it until I got in the scene, and then I started to look more into the whole business aspect, and then I was like, okay, underground artists need more support than an industry artist, to me, because the industry artists already got that deal and they already got those fans.
Right.
These underground artists are struggling to get those fans.
Right. They got that money behind their back now,
right.
whether it be record label or even money they earn, like, you know, because of the people that were showing support. Like, they got something behind them that can keep them strong. Say we don't have that. Like, we over here working everyday jobs and struggling and stuff. So they told me the only way you can promote yourself is to spend a bunch of money we ain't got. So,
well, either they're working jobs, or according to some of their music, they're out here on the corners hustling, which they never have any money because they can't pay for their tickets that they were supposed to sell. And trust me, I've heard all.
Oh my God.
I've heard all the excuses.
You just throw them all under the bus.
Always.
It was a whole line of greyhounds.
The bus was still moving though.
It was a whole line of greyhounds I threw them under. No, because that irritates my soul. That really does, huh?
I'm sorry.
How you doing?
Yeah, music playing in Indonesia. Oh, no, that's what I said. I just threw it out, man. I didn't say Indonesia. Indonesia was just thrown out there. I'm sorry.
But, you know, like, so that was my whole premise of, like, trying to do my part as far as I was a fan of one artist.
Right.
And became a fan of the whole scene. And that's something that I rarely see anyway. Yeah. You know, when people come out to a show, they're there to see one person, and then when that person gets off stage, they're different.
Man, I wish I was on this scene when you started on this scene, man. I wish when you was on here, you had it like 4 or 5 years before I even got on the scene, and it ain't like that, man. I get tired of going to these shows, and by the time I go to shows and I go in there, I'm the first person in the door, last person out the door, and I might be sitting there out there talking to whoever's left at the end of the day. Then the wife don't like that all the time. She's like, the show's over 12. Why are you getting here too? My bad.
Because a lot of networking and conversations happen. It's crazy because I mean that was me. Like, I go to the show and I'm there because, and I have this anxiety about not getting there on time and not getting pictures of the first artist who hits the stage. You know, I have anxiety. I have anxiety about that. Okay. You know, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to miss, you know, and then like it got to a point at one point in time where I was like, I don't even care. Why am I even going? I don't even know why I'm coming to this show. Da, 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 da. And then I get there and I'm taking pictures. And it was just like, it became a job, but I wasn't getting paid for it.
Sure.
So, you know, and you know, that whole controversy with that as well. I love supporting the scene, and I love being around people, and it's the energy that I feel when I'm at these events is amazing, because I can be having the worst week, and I can go to a show and EXO will be there, and he'll come up to me, and he'll give me a great big old hug.
Don't boost his head.
No, he already knows.
Fit his mask.
He'll give me a great big old hug, and then like 9 times out of 10, he's gonna call Nikki on the phone so I can see Nikki because I don't get to see her very often. And you know, and then like Jay will come up and give me a hug.
Well, thank you.
You know, Jay will come up and give me a hug. He'll see me, Antoine. Look, Antoine over there shaking it. What does that mean? But yeah,
hater.
But you know, like, and it's the, you know, the vibe that I get from you know, certain people coming up to me and hugging me. And then I love when guys, like all these guys are coming up to me and they're all giving me these hugs, and these girls who are there with the, you know, they got the tight dresses on, they got the heels on at a damn hip hop show. Like,
they trying to catch a baller.
I don't know what
you hear what these rappers be rapping about.
A baller?
You hear what these rappers be rapping about? They trying to catch one of them.
Yeah, they
with all the chains on.
They gonna catch some green from
they
them
took
chains.
That money and bought like.
But
I was going a different route with that, but okay.
Right. But I love it when they give me a hug, because then they basically what I've now called the Antoine look. Like, who is that? Who is this? Who is this? Why is everybody going up to her and hug her? And I just love the look on their faces. I was at Soundstage, like every time I'm at Soundstage, and I'm at the front, and somebody's coming behind me giving a hug. Matt Dickey, he's Maryland's finest. That's what his MD's finest. That's what his name is, his rap name. He come up behind me. He's giving me hugs, and these girls are standing there just like looking at me like, who is she? Everybody's coming up to me, giving me hugs. Everybody's coming up to me, and these girls are just like, who is she?
Because you are the same.
I am nobody. That's what my thing is now. I am nobody.
Nobody. That every single person in the world knows, or at least in Baltimore.
They don't know me.
They know who you are.
No, people.
And then again, I don't know, you open, but you like as clear as this. No, maybe not that water. It's a little cold, but yeah, you're clear. We know who you are.
But you know, Apex did that to me one night at St. Mary's. He was like, "Do y'all know who the bottle pop?" I said, "Oh my God, Apex, don't do this to me." God. And everybody just like it was like the scene of a movie when somebody walks in to a bar and everything shuts down and just everybody looks at the person.
Like, you know.
Right. And that's how I felt. Like everybody, it was all eyes on me. And I was like, I am not Tupac. No. I was like, oh my God. I know I turned like 50 Shades of red right then and there.
50 Shades of red?
50 Shades of red. Wasn't no 50 Shades of gray. It was 50 Shades of red. I was like, oh my goodness. But that was another thing, like people saying, oh, everybody knows you. No, not everybody knows me. Because I don't want that mentality of that ego. Because I've seen it so many times. And I've had to be a diva.
Come up with your heels on the camera, huh?
No, I had to be a diva when somebody comes in. Oh, you ain't taking no pictures of me. Don't you know who I am? I said, do you know who I am? He was like, yeah, you're the Baltimore paparazzi. I said, see, that's where it's all messed up. Because you know who I am, and I ain't got no clue who the hell you are. You might want to fix that. And I walked away.
Why are you so mean?
Because I don't like that you come up to me with that attitude, that bravado, or whatever you want to call it, that you're up on this high horse. And that's not like, I don't like this is what I don't like. Along with rapping over your lyrics. Y'all know who it is.
Two things you don't like.
Y'all know who it is. No, I don't. Everybody knows me. I don't. I have raised my hand before, but like, I don't know you.
Hold up. I just want to put it on record just by recording, everybody recording. When I walk on the stage, I say, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bryan. I'm not that guy. Just don't be blasting us like that.
No, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just something about, I don't like people who have these big egos. It's one thing to have confidence in yourself, but that, it just irritates me. I'm like, I just want to pop your bubble.
Especially when they type of artists, they really came in here with like 15 people, but every one of them right from their hood. It's like, okay, so what? They ain't getting you nowhere. Right. Like, just expand. Get somebody from over here. Get some from PZ up here. Get somebody from DC up here. You ain't really saying nothing. Like, get some real fan base. Don't get your cousins. and that's usually all it is you know, and that's cool. Got a few people in the audience. And that's cool. Like,
to start out. I mean, that's the way everybody starts out.
That is true.
You know, you're playing your music.
But they know where they at though.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're a dope boy or something like that, and they just had the bread, and they was like, "Here, I'm gonna buy your ticket. I'm gonna buy 50 tickets, and all y'all come in here. all y'all come in here and look like I'm big stuff."
Yeah, and then a lot of them need to know home training when they come to an event. But that's a whole nother show. I think I might have to come up with some etiquette rules. Miss Lisa's etiquette on coming to hip hop shows. 1, act like you got some damn sense.
Just fake it. Don't really have no
You
sense.
ain't
Just
gotta have
fake
no
it.
sense. Just fake it.
Act like it.
Pretend like if you do something, you go into jail.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
Keep going. I want.
I don't know. I'm
mean,
just saying shit. I'm just saying stuff off the top of my head.
I thought you made this list.
No, but I just might have to do this. I'm trademarking this. I'm trademarking this. But you know, it's just for me. Is I just think that's the way shows could go. I think people need to be professional on both ends. The artists need to be professional, and the promoters need to be professional.
True.
A lot of these so-called promoters are not promoters; they're just throwing shows so they can try to put money in their pockets.
True indeed.
And it's not about the hip hop scene. It's not about the music. It's not about nothing but the money aspect. And trust me, there have been many times that I have left out of 5 seasons with no money in my hand because I had to pay my staff because I always had a staff. And it got to the point where I didn't have to pay for the venue because he was making money at the bar like crazy because I always had a crowd.
Man, I only been to one of your shows. Like I said, you start like I didn't know who you was at first. When I did come, you stopped. Like,
yeah.
But man, you had that daggone big old venue stacked up so daggone big. I mean, filled up so good, man. It was like whoa.
But it was, and what's crazy, it wasn't even me. Like, people were like, "Oh, well, Lisa, people will come out for you because of who you are." I'm like, no, they don't, because I've had 2 birthday parties. Ain't nobody come out for my birthday.
Yeah, whoa, where was my invite?
It was before I knew you, I think. This is a couple years back.
I just had a birthday.
I definitely didn't know who you were. I think Jay came. Yeah, Jay came.
Excuse me, my birthday was like 3 days ago. Excuse me, where's my gift?
Gift. Oh, that's right. Your birthday was the other day.
36 chambers.
Yep. Your birthday was the other day.
It's my Woo here. Where's my gift?
Oh,
I'm looking for Woo t-shirts from everybody.
It's I ordered it from Amazon. So it's coming.
2 days. You're a Prime holder, right?
It's coming unless it gets shipped somewhere else.
Hey, I know where to find you every Saturday between 7 and 9.
Exactly, right here.
Be knocking on the door. Hey, why y'all lock the door? Y'all never locked.
Right, door ain't locked. Why the door locked? I see y'all in there. I hear you.
So I hear you talking. Who that you interviewing?
So, how did you get hooked up with the Guild? Like, how did that all become about? Because I've known EXO for a few years as well. I met him back when it was Sonar.
Okay.
And when he got on stage, I think he got on stage with his brothers. I think that was what it was. He'd probably tell you. But I was just his flow, his delivery, like it was just hip hop. It was hip hop, and I was just drawn to that. Right. You know what I mean? And then we became friends, and I made a lot of friends through this scene. Like, these are people that, you know, I see, not at shows and say, hey, you know, everything's cool. Da, da, da. You know, some people I'd be like, hey, we'll see, man. You know. Oh, I thought I seen you, Lisa. Oh, really? I didn't see you. Oh, wow.
Oh, crap, we in aisle 9. Let me go to aisle 3.
Right. Let me get out of here. Let me go up here.
Like, let me get my stuff out of here. Get out this store.
But I had, so I've known him, like I said, since it was Sonar.
Right.
And Tizzy, I I don't know when I met him. I don't know when I met a lot of people, because people come to me like, I met you 2 years ago. And I was like, really?
Oh, he's boosting my ego, because you know where I came from.
Right.
He's boosting my ego a little.
Right. I don't know what year, but I know where. And I remember the show. Like I said, it was TNT show.
2013 or 14-ish? When I saw something like that. Really that long? I don't know. Maybe not even that long. I don't know.
Me either.
But
I've got pictures. That's all I know. That's all I do know. I got pictures. Look, he's trying to figure.
I had to find you.
Those are probably, I don't even know where those are at.
I had to find you. Get me a nice little, what you call it, book, scrapbook.
That's not, it's doing something. It's
Ooh.
yeah, it was like reconnecting and it just boop.
Alright, shit. My bad. Technical difficulties.
Yeah. You know how it goes. Yeah, what is that? IG?
Yes.
I don't never do
I've been
that.
trying to work this IG a little more. So, Facebook I don't get the same love on Facebook.
That's why everything I do is YouTube.
I feel you there too. I've been thinking about that too. But
Yeah.
all right.
So how did you, like I said, how did you get hooked up with him and with
the
EXO?
Guild, I give a short story, all of them. All right. Kness, oh my God, Kness ain't been in a group since like the first album, but I went to school with him. We did the first album. He decided he was going to go a different route. But EXO, somehow I met him through a mutual friend, but didn't know who he was. But I had did 88.9 the Ben test Ben, I think it was called, the 89 test Ben. I had sent some music, and he was the one that actually announced that I won. So that was like kind of cool to find out he was that we were all linked up somehow. Right. Tizzy, how in the heck? I bought his album. Like I literally he was promoting his music, and I was like, yeah, I want to copy your album. So I was like, I want a physical copy, right? Look at his physical copy. No, he wanted to buy mine at that point. I already bought one of his, and then I dropped one of my projects. He wanted to buy mine, so I went to his place, and then we talked for a little while. We wound up talking for like a long time. It was like, oh yeah, we cool. So that's how we all met. And then as a group, it was Drop a Jewel. I don't know if you might know for Drop a Jewel. She worked on 1590 AM. She was also on 88.9, one of the people there. But she said, yeah, on Instagram, on IG, Instagram, one of them, and said, yo, these 4 guys, they should be a group. They dope. All of them work together. She was like, well, let's try and make a song. That's when we all decided to make a song. Next thing you know, we 2 albums deep.
Yeah, and because I like the vibe, and I like y'all kind of mesh well together, and not only just musically but personally. You know what I mean? Just when I had you guys at the interview for the Guild, and it was just of course EXO was his usual self with the gold mask and
always
the people on the bus stop.
He's got a new one.
I know. So
he did that.
and when he stood up, he just looked at the
I'm staring at people.
Right.
He a creep.
But just the vibe, that you all have towards one another. You know what I mean? There's people that have made groups, and I'm just like, I don't know how long that's going to last. Because you just see, how they are individually, and you're just like, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm really big on vibes. Right. I always talk about vibes and energy because I just feel vibes and energy. A lot of people don't pay attention to that. I do. Because usually my first impression is the correct one. I've gone against my first impression once or twice. And I was like, I should have just kept with my first impression. And I wouldn't be in this predicament right now. But, like I said, you guys are, it's just that vibe that you all, I'm not saying that y'all finish each other's sentences, but you all, y'all look at each other and what you're thinking. And it's creepy sometimes.
Man, we literally in this time, 2 or 3 years, became brethren for real, man. Mm-hmm. That's what we literally say brethren when we talk about each other.
Right.
Not brothers, brethren. It's something different.
Right.
Those 2 dudes, they lyrically, they bring the worst out of me. Not because it sounds bad, it's because they so dope. When I know I'm jumping on the song, when I'm like, oh my God, I gotta sit in the chambers. I gotta take about 12 hours on those 16 bars. I will not have the worst verse of this song. It's like a competition to me. It's like I'm not allowed to have the worst verse, but these guys that I'm pointing at that because that's the actual name keep popping up. And then he does the little double face.
Right.
Because you know him well.
Right.
It's like, yeah, but and then even as people, like when we sit and practice for a show, or if we sit together and write the song together, we vibe. When we ride into a show together, a lot of times we just kick the music. I'm not really a freestyler, right? I every now and then I kick a dope one, but when I'm riding with them and that show start throwing some beats on, bang! I sound like the best freestylers in the world. Like they bring
right.
It's like you said, it's a vibe, it's an aura that we have that makes us cool together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you guys, and like even like I said, like on stage, like you guys have a good thing going.
Man,
Autobar, poetless Shakespeare, got on stage and she performed, and you got on stage with her. And EXO did too, didn't he?
You were there that night, weren't you?
Yes, I took pictures. I got pictures. That's my famous. I swear to God, it's gonna be my tagline. I got pictures.
That's gonna be your tagline.
But I got
You're
pictures.
late.
Right. But and even when you got on stage, it was like, oh, I'm gonna be on here later too. And, it was like, it's like he just gets on stage and just like, I'm here. This is, it was like. The stage basically like kind of gives you life.
Man, I'm comfortable on that stage, and so once I get there, but everything before that, from the moment I wake up, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta perform tonight. Oh my God, no! Right. And as soon as they say Bryan Legs or the Guild, I'm like, oh, I'm home.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but the Guild, man. When we jump on the stage together, it's everything, man. Like it's cool. Like, it's one thing to jump on the stage as Bryan Lyrics, but the way we feed off each other, and we don't often practice together. We practice together like very seldomly.
Right.
But when we actually get on that stage, you probably don't know it. Sometimes we walk over each other a little bit, if you ask me, but that's just, just because we be in our zone and stuff. But like one of my favorite performances, it happened to be on me and EXO. We did it was just event for Poetic Shakespeare. She was like, she had this like open mic thing going on, right? On like St. Paul Street, right? And we came in there, right? And the sound, I think that was the right show. I hope that was the right show. That wasn't that show. That was the whole Guild. It was another Guild. It was a Billy Live show. And when we came in, right, I started walking in the audience, and he followed. Next thing you know, the whole audience is circling around us, and then we over there doing this little circle thing. We just walking back and forth, circling around each other, just giving them bars at the bars, man. I like performing with these guys, man. Same thing, even with the Tizzy, when we did Saint, what's that lady? Down the street from there, there's another club up down the street from there on North Avenue. I can't think of the name of this place, but even... Who? No, it's like St. Mary's.
Oh, that's on 25th and Howard.
And Howard?
Yeah. It's not right around the corner from
25th. I'm
25th,
sorry.
Yeah, 25th and Howard.
25th. We did that joint. Like, it's like every time we jump on the stage together, it's like we become one person for 15 minutes.
Right.
And I love it.
Well, see, and like something that just popped in my head, and I don't know if you probably will, but I think a lot of it may have to do with the love that you got for Wu-Tang. And how Wu-Tang... No, think about it. Think about how Wu-Tang has... How many members? 9?
9.
They got 9 members. And they all... Like, they're different. But when they come together, it's... Like, to me, it's phenomenal. Like, their music is just like... Because they're all so different. And you bring them together.
You ever seen them perform lately? As gray haired men, not live. Just look on YouTube. They've been doing a bunch of stuff. Like, even like Jimmy Kimmel, I think his show is like they've been doing some of that stuff. It's like, yo,
I've seen Ghostface like 2-3 times.
Weren't you there today when EXO got to perform with Ghostface?
No, I don't know.
Man, that show right there. My man went up there spitting word for word doing that Ghostface song. I was like, how did he even get up there?
Right.
Like, how did they call you, man? Was it the hood? Was it the sweater? You didn't have a mask on.
But it came to mind because of how Wu-Tang is, and like you guys, I'm not saying you emulate them or anything, but that correlation between the two for me in my mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the whole, how you vibe off of each other. And everything. Groups, like I said, don't last.
I like
to
the
me,
fact
they
that
don't.
you use Wu-Tang. I like the fact that you use Wu-Tang because it's like what we are. Like we work together, we assemble, and then we the Power Rangers, and we got our own Zords.
Right.
And we do our own thing. It's like, but when we assemble, game over, baby.
See, and that's what I've always said that about like groups. They who was it? Somebody, I can't remember who it is now.
Yeah, Big Devon.
No, because yeah. Because as a group,
I was gonna say
awesome.
Milli Vanilli, but that one went the wrong route.
Right. They lip sync. But
that's what they do on the stage now.
This is true. But like you can have a group that is awesome. Like they make great songs, everything. But as individuals, they can't. It's just not there.
I mean, some of us can't only write a 16.
I used to say that about battle rappers. Either you could battle rap or you could rap. But I've come across a couple that can do both very well, and I'm always amazed because it's just like I don't know. Like you would think that as a group, because me and my daughter was talking about a group, and she's like, yeah, I seen where somebody had one of them had their own. They were doing their own performance without the group. And I was like, how is that going to work? And, it wasn't nothing, I don't mean no disrespect. I really don't. It's just my opinion and my thought process because, as a group, the song is good. But as individuals, maybe your verse to me is not that hard.
I don't know. I guess that depends on the artist. Sometimes when it comes to being an artist, I guess you gotta be able to have that versatility. Like it's good to have that from the beginning because if life happens. Sometimes I might decide I don't want to do music no more. You might just start raising your family. You don't have the time no more.
Right.
So you gotta be just dope by yourself.
Right.
So I mean, although I love the groups, I love the idea in groups, and I love the the feel of it.
Right.
You still got to be able to go out there and rock by yourself.
Right.
And that's good because when you can rock by yourself, even when you get to that group, it's just gonna turn you up.
Right.
It's just gonna turn you up because hype men make you hype. But if you can go on the stage by yourself and still be dope,
right?
But
well, we're gonna listen to one of the songs that you sent. Which one are we gonna listen to, Jay?
All right. Well, let's do the one that I lied and said that you debuted. Let's do, even though technically, but let's do Hallelujah. Can I talk about it real quick?
Yeah.
All right. This joint right here, right, is actually, it coincides with a book that my wife has out. Like, she has a book called Heavenly Glasses. And she was making a kind of mixtape, what you call prayer sheet. That's what you call it. It's like poems, prayers, my rapping, and some singing. And it's called Heavenly Sounds. So she said she's going to release that about a year after the actual book drop, which is coming up. It'll be up soon. Okay. So look, it's kind of a mixtape, and I wound up having a song on it. I wonder how. I'm sleeping with the lady in charge.
So that's how you get it, because you sleeping with her. Okay.
No, not like that. I mean, like I curl over and we close our eyes.
That's why you got all them kids.
Rubbing booty for 10 minutes.
but
no, he did it for 20 to get the song. 20. That's how he got the song.
20 minutes. That's how I got the song. So yeah.
20 on both cheeks. That's 40.
That's what that is. But basically, the song was trying to outline her book, which is basically looking at life a little differently, looking at your dramas, looking at your bull crap, looking at everything that's not good with your life, and looking at it a little differently, so therefore you feel better about your respective life. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's kind of that's Hallelujah.
All right, well, we're going to listen to Hallelujah by Bryan Lyrics. This is Lisa, the Baltimore Paparazzi in the Spotlight, Power 4.4, and we'll be right back after this.
Peeing is like, oh, shoot.
Oh!
You know everybody else listening.
I don't care.
It's too late.
It would be more embarrassing if I pee myself.
No, wait, no.
You up there having a blast.
Who what? Oh, man, you working over there.
My car been booked, so it offers me a Bentley. And I ain't selling my soul. You can't even rent me. They threatening to evict me. Whether I'm moving not, so eventually. Mother see this, I'm pretty sick. Cars on the side of of the road again. I might as well go and flip some keys. Then I can flip some keys. Flip a stand, witness me. 6 on my 06600, you would be pleased. But I be pleasing the wrong one. You squeezing the wrong gun. You dead nigga get next time. Even if drunk come, it needs to even the rush. We gonna be high off like I'm gonna beat you all blunt. See how the devil to do ya. You just gotta change your do it. Take your movement, start moving, screaming.
Oh, I forgot to mention that's my kids singing the hook. I gotta tell y'all that. Unfortunately, that nasty sound of voice in there, I had to sing with him. I can figure something decent. That's my brother Jay Grace, right?
I talked about you on our show today, me and Mom, man.
What?
Yeah, we had these MCs from Indianapolis. He was in town to go to King Ray's event today. And I don't even know how I came up. Like, yeah, so basically you've been performing in Baltimore for X amount of years. You don't have a picture from the Baltimore paparazzi. Word on the street is, you're not really right. Exactly. They was like, oh, for real?
That might be true though.
That's
Like you out all the time. Like
I've literally heard, because I think I've heard Jay say it before, but I
Ty Gutter was the first one I heard say it.
probably have literally heard about 10 people say it.
that might be true. I got mine. You got a few of them.
You got two of them, right?
Jay got
I'm sure he got a million of them.
Jay got black hole pictures.
That's like that.
Black hole pictures. We got spots, so we go way back. I don't know why people say that though. It's just crazy to me. For
Have
the
you
person
seen this
that,
ride? How many drives you got? How big is the number? Not terabytes. Yeah.
I have
How many terabytes you got? 15?
no. I have one hard drive completely full, and I gotta get the port fixed. I think that one's 2,
2 terabytes?
and then the other one I think is 2, and the third one is I think 2.
That's about 6 terabytes. I don't know how many I'm full.
But see, I lost everything from the beginning all the way to like towards the end of 2011.
Man, you gotta go on Facebook when you share and just start saving them again. I know you got
Actually,
the watermark.
you can save the whole folder. But I have back in MySpace days too. I have some pictures on there.
MySpace still there? I went back and found pictures of Bryan.
So you don't get
I'll be here with you next week.
All right.
You can't. You should be clocked in.
Tell her it's me though. It's me. She likes me. Oh.
Can I say before you jump back in? Can I jump back in before you?
Go ahead.
I'm rude. I forgot to mention that that's all 4 of my kids and my wife singing the hook. Like I had to take it to another level right there. They the choir right there. Even the 1-year-old, he was on the hook too. You hear him just making some noise because he don't got words yet. Too many.
That's
So yeah. And I'm sorry. I was also featuring Jay Grace. You know, the other half of Beat Boys Music, the producer who doesn't rap.
right. Because I was like, as soon as I was like, and you see me look at you like,
I forgot to tell y'all that.
Who is that?
That's important to know that he decided he gonna bring some bars for my wife, but wouldn't do it for me. Jerk.
That's usually how it is, though.
He's scared of her.
Yeah.
He's scared of her.
Yeah.
You can't knock her out. That's what it is.
Yeah, because I think she'd knock him out first.
I think she'd knock him out.
Yeah, my money is on that.
Oh, you can have your show back. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. In the spotlight with your girl Lisa, the Baltimore Paparazzi Power 4.4. I gotta get used to saying that. I'm trying. I got to get into this habit. I'm trying to get the social media thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
I got tagged the IG page when I make the page. Yeah, I gotta do all that, but see, I have to, I gotta get in the habit.
So much work, man.
I hate
social media stuff.
Well, my Baltimore paparazzi page on IG, people are like, is that where your pictures are? Do you know how many damn pictures I take?
Hold up, you're Baltimore. I don't know about the Baltimore. I know the Lisa page on IG,
That,
and I talk bad about that page every time I see you.
but you know what? It used to be private. It's not even private anymore.
Just let everybody know you all nasty.
No, because my friend
Jesus is on Instagram.
Jesus is everywhere.
On Instagram.
That's fine. Jesus be on Instagram. He be on Facebook. He be on
He said he
Instagram.
knows.
He probably on Snapchat too. I don't have a Snapchat. I don't know.
I had to get that up.
But no, my friend was like, I was talking about how he was flirting with these girls or whatever, and he told me that I flirt. I said I stopped flirting. I stopped flirting. I when he made mention of it, I said it's a problem. It's an issue. Pull back, Lisa. Since he made mention of it. Oh, I don't care. I don't eat. Okay, no, you made mention of it. So he was going, I know you flirt, blah, blah. I said, go to my page. It's open now. Go look at it. Go look. Tell me where I flirted with anybody. Tell me where I flirted with anybody. Your homeboy is in my inbox and your homeboy is on my post. Go holler at him. Because he the one flirting, not me. But anyway, my page is open.
You gonna block him? You blocked him?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, my friend blocked me on Instagram. Because I don't understand. If you can't handle what I post, why are you on my page? Because I don't like to be blindsided.
I don't want, if this is how you talk about him on the internet, I don't want to know how you talk about it to his face.
We don't have any issues face to face. We have no issues face to face.
I'm glad.
I don't. It's been too long. It's been 8 years. It's just
Yeah, what it is.
It is what it is. Either you're going to be there, you're not going to be there. Either you want to be here, you don't want to be here. I'm going to keep on moving.
Sound reasonable.
Yeah, I'm too old for this.
25 and a half.
Oh, that's like last week. Somebody he was like, "How old are you?" I was like, "No, I'm not going to ask because that's rude to ask that." I looked at him. I said, "I am 48 years old. I will be 49 in December. I'm a grandmother of 6 children."
Oh, you a grandmother? When you get 6 grandchildren?
I've been had 6 grandchildren.
Where was I at?
I don't know.
My bad. I wasn't paying attention. Let me get back on your
My
blood.
the oldest one and the baby live on the Eastern Shore with their mother. The other 4, well, 3 of them live with me now, and my son's daughter is in Pennsylvania with her other family, I believe. But
Babies in the house. I just say I feel bad for you. Like I'm more than that.
right, I got 3. 5, soon to be 2, and soon to be 1. Sincere will be 1 next month.
Sincere. Oh, y'all was watching that day my nose winking.
I don't know where that name came. Cashmere. Sincere was named the day he was born.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they couldn't. My son-in-law wanted to name him Ragnar. It's a Viking king. And when I said that child will be clowned.
I ain't gonna go there. That's not my show. I vowed that I would not talk about anybody's children's name anymore now that I got a child named after a number.
Hey, Oo's daughter is named after a number.
Some people think I named him after my album.
Oo's daughter is named after a number. It's just backwards. Her name is Nevis.
Whoa. Okay. It's interesting.
Yep.
Same number, huh?
Yep, 7.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to 7 or something.
But yeah, so Sincere was named the day that she went into labor. His name is Sincere David Edward. David's my father. Edward's my father-in-law.
I'm David. That's my real name. My real middle name is David, not with her.
Right.
Do you serious?
And then Tempe, her name is Temperance. And she's named after the character on the TV show Bones. Because her name is Temperance. So yeah, we got unique names in the house.
Okay.
Always. So, I was going to say.
Only one. Basic name, Lisa.
Lisa Marie at that. No, I was not named after Elvis's daughter.
Oh.
I get that all the time. I was like, no, it was either Lisa Marie or Elizabeth Mary. My mom said, nah, Lisa Marie.
Oh, Skylar middle name Elizabeth. I just got a whole bunch of names that go with your names.
Well, my father's Catholic, so it was a good, strong Catholic name.
Okay.
Since any children had to be raised Catholic, because that was law, Catholic law. I was gonna ask something when we came back from the song, but I completely forgot what it was.
Because I messed everything up trying to.
No, it wasn't. It was just because a conversation that happened. The whole thing with Antoine saying I was mentioned on the other show, the show that comes on. What time does it come on? 1 o'clock.
What? Oh, his show?
Yeah, 12 o'clock.
12 to 2.
Yes, and it just kind of threw me for a loop because every time I hear that, I'm like, why do people say that? Why do people say that? Because I'm just the most humble person because, you know, I actually will be going through pictures and like a picture will come up and I'll be like, damn, that's good. I would be shocked. I would be shocked. Or like, you know, like I post pictures up and, you know, somebody will be like, oh my God, this picture is hot. And I'm like, no, it's not. It looks kind of fuzzy to me. And
I think you can prove his point though. If you start going through your pictures and you see, because you take pictures of everybody, and you start counting how many people you know versus how many people you don't know in there, I bet you got a whole bunch of people that you don't really even know like that. They might have did a show or a couple shows.
I started out taking pictures so I could try to know who people were because I didn't know anybody in the hip hop scene. I did not know there was a Baltimore underground scene. I had heard Hoolie Shalom, Scar Akbar, Mully Man, Boss Man, Paula Campbell, Tim Trees. I heard them all on 92Q.
Right.
But it didn't dawn on me that they were quote unquote underground artists.
That makes sense.
Because they were on the radio.
Right.
And when I was introduced to the underground scene, you know, even Comp was, you know, signed to Def Jam at one point in time.
Yeah.
And, you know, he did the song he did a song with Ghost and Jada. Mm-hmm. You know, so I wasn't thinking about underground. So when the first time he spoke to me through MySpace, I was like, oh my God.
He's like, I'm somebody.
Oh my God, Comp spoke to me. Like I was ecstatic. I introduced myself to Mully Man so many daggone times. Mully was like, Lisa, I know who you are. You introduce yourself to me every time. And I'm like, well, you meet so many different people. How are you going to just remember little old me is my thought. First time I seen Scar Akbar at the Black Hole. Oh my God, Scar Akbar is here. Oh my God. Hoolie Shalom, same reaction. Hoolie's the reason why I cussed out Jay one night at the depot. Because Hoolie is the one who bought me 2 drinks, and I bought the other 2. Look at Jay. And I cussed Jay out because he tried to take my drink.
I get one more drink.
And then I was told my 2-step turned to a stumble.
I didn't need one more drink.
I didn't need that 4th drink I had. That's why they was trying to
have that drink.
They was trying to take it from me, and I was fighting them. No, get off my drink.
You should have let them have that drink.
I told the other person, I said, you ain't buy this drink. Oh my God. It was funny afterwards. How you getting home, Lisa? I'm walking from the depot, and I live up York Road.
You wasn't walking nowhere. You was gonna walk out the front of the door and fall.
I walked down the steps. No, I walked down the steps and don't remember how I got down the steps. I remember staying outside.
Steps. Most people don't remember how they got home. You had that whole little 2-minute blackout.
Yeah, I remember walking.
Blackout in spurts.
I remember walking past the bar. And I don't remember anything except for being outside talking to DJ Ambitious. And I was told, I'm going to get the truck. I was like, I don't care. And that was my whole attitude because I was mad at the person. And that's the reason why I was drinking, because I was mad at him.
Don't get that mad no more.
Oh, I try not to. I don't like to drink when I'm at shows because I have this innate ability, or what do I call it? It's not a desire, but it's like I have to make sure that everybody is okay.
Man, I want people to stop drinking and getting high in these shows so they can keep their professionalism.
Man,
I hate it when artists be on stage leaning and fainting.
I hate when they get on stage and they got 20 people behind them and half of them are drunk, and I'm so busy watching them be drunk and get ready to fall down. I'm not paying attention to the person that's on the mic, much less taking their picture.
The ones that be having the mic in their hand, like, but don't do not one
Don't,
word.
yeah. Messing up all the words. Messing up just all the words.
I spent the last 2 months practicing this set, and you gonna come up here and look stupid.
Right. And I just be zoned out.
Man, I don't care how many people I know. I don't want nobody on stage with me unless they performing. Don't come up here. I can know the whole room. Don't stay back there.
You know, Billy Live has started doing where the last song that he does, he pulls, you know, the guys up there for the last song.
I can live with that. That makes sense. That makes sense. You show them who your people are. At that point. But they don't need to be up there, you know, singing the words.
My
dancing.
My whole thing is they should be in the crowd, hyping up the crowd.
They should be in the crowd.
Because they should.
That makes sense.
Because I'm going to tell you, I was at the Wale show at Rams Head. Team Cremate was opening up for Wale. I ended up leaving right after they got off stage because it was just too many people in there. And I'm claustrophobic and I have anxiety.
I feel.
And this is before I got my medical card. So I still have it, but not as bad. And me and the other young lady that I was there with, Team Cremate was on stage, and we were rapping the words because we know all the words. We rapping all the words, and then there's some people over here that know they rapping all the words. Some people over here rapping all the words. So we're just, we're just hot. And the people in front are turning and looking at us, and we're like, we're just rapping right along.
That makes so much sense.
You know what I mean? So that was my whole thing. You know, I've been at shows where it was Billy Live was opening up for somebody. I can't remember what show it was, but it was some drunk guy. It was some drunk guy. And he was like, it was like, "You all ready for Billy Live?" And he was like, he was running his mouth, and I turned around and I looked at him like, "Shut up." I gave him this. They say I have this look that just like, and he just looked at me, and I was like, "Just watch." And that's all I said. I turned around and looked when Billy was performing the second song, and this guy was vibing to him. By the end of the set, he was a fan. You know what I mean?
Billy's the man. That's the man right there. But I feel that. I like the way you said that though. You talking about when you got 50 million people, instead of bringing them on the stage, they should be in the audience vibing up. And then when I said, "Hey, put your hands in the air," and I got them 15 people that could have been on stage, not putting their hands in the air. Now they all out the audience. Everybody hands in the air.
Right.
Simply off of that, you know. And then you rapping around, y'all just look like fans instead of my cousin.
Right.
Like,
You know, and that's
that makes sense.
That's, you know, to me, that's always made sense. I've had people tell me, you know, I was at a show and I love him, but good God, Ogun gets on the mic. The Baltimore paparazzi. Oh, shut up! Just let me be here taking pictures. I don't want people to know who I am.
You need to tell him the paparazzi usually hide behind bushes and take their pictures.
Right.
Paparazzi they don't want to be seen. They like
that's how I got my name, was because somebody was like, "How'd you get that picture?" I was like, "I'm not telling you."
I didn't know that.
You the damn paparazzi, Lisa. I was like, he said, no. You the Baltimore paparazzi. Nick Soprano gave me because of his birthday party. And then I just had this little square camera that you push the button and it zoomed out. Press the button this way, it zoomed back in. And I took this picture of him. He was so gone that night. It was his birthday. And he was like, "How'd you get that picture?" I was like, "I'm not telling." I started laughing. He was like,
"You the paparazzi." And it's stuck.
Yeah, he was like, "You the Baltimore paparazzi," and I was like,
I love that, man. I love that.
So every bio that I have, his name and mom's name are always going to be in my bio, always. But
But if your husband ain't in the bio, I ain't never getting it.
But yeah, so I've had people tell me, this one guy, oh my God, that night Ogun was like, "Hey, the Baltimore paparazzi." I was like, Jesus. Dude comes and seeks me out. "Yeah, you get your camera ready." My artist gets on stage. I looked at him and said, "My camera's always ready. That's what I do." But okay. You know, because I just wanted to be left alone that night. I just wanted to take pictures and not really be bothered. It was one of those nights where I really didn't want to be at a show, but I said I was going to be there. And, you know, and I have love for people, so So the guy, his artist gets on stage, him and his two homeboys. And his artist closes his eyes and rocks back and forth the whole set. What are you going to do? You should have said, wait till my artist gets up there and listen to him rhyme. That would have been more, I wouldn't even by that time I had tuned out. I just clicked.
But you was good. You just need like 2 pictures. You might have to move to this angle over here, take that.
And click.
That's it. That's it. This one.
Click. Just and it all depends,
And he taking from your art, because your art, man, the way you take pictures is crazy to me, because I don't know how to do it. I've tried it a couple of times just because I had my camera. I usually bring a camera so I get recorded footage. Mm-hmm. But I try to take a picture of it sometimes, and my picture be all blurry.
It's the setting. I'm learning.
But then you got artists like me who be running around the day on stage, dang, they do a backflip, and I be like that, looking so happy. I don't know how you do it. You
and J Money Hackett of Wisdom Court. J Money, I cannot follow him.
He's crazy.
He's back. He's back and forth, back and forth. Oh my goodness, if you are at sound stage, he comes off the stage onto the barrier, and I'm like, really, Jay, you're in my face.
First of all, I'm too short for sound stage. I'm too short to jump off that stage. I can't get back on. I gotta go back around the curtain.
Man,
I performed on there a couple times. I thought about getting off. I was like, how am I gonna get back?
Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he do go in it. Wisdom Court be going in.
Right, and I mean, like I said, every time that somebody comes, I told both the artists that were here last week, I'm gonna, because my whole thing is, Jason Zavala, he's in PA, and I'm always sending people when he has stuff. I'm always sending people to him to go and perform up in Reading, to go, go in out of town. To go and, because you're always going to get love. You're going to get more love out of town than you are in town.
Always. Seems like it.
It's just the way it is.
They feel like you're a celebrity when you come in from all the way from Baltimore. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, they shoot people down there.
Let me tell you, I work in Bel Air. Well, it's like Bell Camp, Riverside.
Oh, you far.
Yeah. It's like 3 different things all at once. And, when I tell them that the guests will be like, oh yeah, what is there to do right here? I was like, I don't know. You need to ask the front desk because I live in the city. You live in Baltimore? I'm like, yeah. Oh my goodness.
That's so sad, man.
Oh my goodness. I'm like, it's cool.
I'm sorry, I must be immune to it. It just don't feel that bad. It's the way it seems like. The way people talk about it just don't feel that bad to me.
Well,
I see crap, like y'all see crap, but it don't feel as bad to me.
Right.
As it's portrayed on TV. Especially the news.
The news only shows the bad stuff.
The Wire actually makes us look better than the news does.
You know what? You're right. It does.
The news makes us look real bad.
But I know because my mother, when I first moved here, I lived in Poplar Grove, and I'm trying to text somebody because he must have knew I was talking about him.
Someone say what up.
He was like, "You tell who I was."
This is Bryan character.
You tell who I was. Look, yep, and his homeboy liked my video on my Instagram. See, I told you. I talk about people, they pop the hell up. Jay, what am I gonna do with these people? I'm just gonna tell him, look, I'm married to Jay now. I've been married to Jay. It's been a secret. Coming clean.
And what about the other 13?
Huh?
You got what about that?
I told you I'm number 2.
Number 2.
I'm cool being number 2 because I know who number 1 is. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, first of all, why would I invite this wedding?
We didn't have a wedding.
It's cool house. Y'all look.
Yeah, we had
an
internet wedding. We had an internet wedding.
So that was on the radio.
All right, look. When the Dish Day last year pop up, tag me, and I want to see it.
We were video chatting and got married. That's what it was. Yeah. We found out.
Say, do you mail the ring? Just lick the envelope.
Man. See,
you'll get that in 2 or 3 business days.
See, Unless it gets lost. You know, I had to. I get every day. I get what's coming in my mail emailed to me.
I get that now too. It's crazy. It's actually weird, but
I had to because.
I emailed my Valentine's Day card store.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a lot of riffs and animation. Yeah, it's awesome.
You like this?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Y'all crazy.
Yeah, we got
It's
issues.
y'all. It's y'all, not me.
It's you.
I took my medication
I'm
today.
quiet over here.
You said you cried.
It's your fault.
I took my
She
medication.
dragging you in the conversation.
I always drag. See, I don't like. Somebody asked me about, oh, you should have a co-host. I'm like, I don't need a co-host. I'm cool with not having a co-host, but I like having Jay here as my engineer because sometimes like I get lost in my own, like I'll forget what I'm gonna say or whatever, and I can just say something to Jay and then we can just go into another.
Ping pong.
You know.
That's why we married.
That's why. Okay.
Finish each other's sentence sometimes.
I ain't heard that yet.
She took my picture. It was love at first sight.
Almost put
So
myself
you
out.
better watch that because she been taking a lot of pictures of a lot of people, a lot of times.
Mine's a special.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? Jay is the only one. No, well, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Jay-
What?
Jay is the only one who like I said, that nobody hits on me. Nobody, you know, not saying that Jay hits on me or anything, but it's just
He's whole married to you, right?
right.
It never happened.
But no, you know what I mean. Like Jay's approach to me, you know, wasn't a hit. Like a, you know, I want to have sex with you. You know, like how some of these people do.
That ain't hitting.
Never had
That
sex.
ain't hitting.
Right.
How sex come from porn watching flicks?
Photography porn.
Yeah, photography porn. There you go. I came out wrong with it.
Right.
You did.
Right.
I wasn't gonna say it.
You fixed
But
it.
Somebody heard it.
But like Jay's the only person that I can say that says anything like that. You know, you're
Right.
my wife or whatever. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like I don't get hit on by people. Like I don't get hit on guys by
I
guys
saw
like
her
that.
face though when I said it.
He introduced me to his wife as his second wife, and I was like, "Oh my god!" It's
It died.
well, this is still on.
You cheated.
I have to. I know better.
I see. I thought what I was doing was filling my battery up to the full.
You definitely ain't.
No,
You
not
don't know better.
not when you.
And you know, I've done this multiple times. I should know better by now.
Right, not when you're running like Facebook Live or IG Live or anything. It just sucks the battery.
It's real. That's what we're gonna.
Doesn't matter if it's
the disrespect. The disrespect is real.
it doesn't matter if it's an iPhone or Android.
That 2 hour streak on time.
Man, it just says. It's like I'm gonna teach you. But that's why, like, I had started.
My music on the way home.
You ain't got no charger in the car. What is wrong with you?
He live around the corner. He be alright.
What had happened was my charger port don't work.
No.
My car's like
You know, it ain't like you gotta go far.
about 15 minutes. Those 3 songs I listened to on the way up here. Beautiful.
Yeah, them 3 songs, man, gets me the right space to get
you
home.
The right place, right?
Right.
Well, hopefully when I get there, there'll be no children up. There'll be a beautiful wife just sitting there on the couch, and we can watch a movie as I fall asleep on her.
Sounds like
Sounds
love.
like a date night.
Sounds like love.
Netflix and sleep.
Netflix is.
I don't know her part.
That's me. That's me. Well, mine is Hulu and sleep. I put on Hulu. I used to watch Futurama. I love Futurama. I've seen every episode about 9 million times, and I'll just put that on and go to sleep. Before I got Hulu, I was putting on Netflix, and it would be a show that I've watched millions of times because when they took Futurama off of there.
It hurt your feelings, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Hurt me deeply. Deeply. So I would put something on and just leave it and go to sleep. And then I wake up when I hear quietness, and then I'm back up and turn it back on. But now it's Hey Arnold.
Wow.
On Hulu.
Movie football head.
I'm telling you, like, I am a big kid. Like, all the cartoons in my house, like, I still have.
Well, at least Futurama's a grown cartoon show.
Yes.
Hey Arnold's a real kid show.
Yes. But, like, all the cartoons that I had in my house, all the cartoons that I had in my house, they weren't for my kids. They were mine. They were my movies.
I say that. I be like, yeah, we gotta go see the new Lion King movie. I'm gonna take the kids to see the new Lion King movie. I be stunned. I be wanting to see these kid movies. Like I gotta find me a kid to bring with me.
My daughter is both my children have 2 middle names, and my 3 grandchildren have 2 middle names. One of my daughter's middle names is Ariel.
Under the sea.
Mm-hmm. That's where I got it from.
Hold up. Wait, no, she black now, right?
Now she is.
Controversy.
But you know what? The controversy was killing me because in all actuality, the original story, she was green.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, she was a fish. She's part fish.
I didn't know she was
the original story is like, if you go and look at these original, like what Disney, all the ones that Disney has made, the original stories are nothing like.
Hold on, first of all, they stole all their stories. I didn't even know they stole all their stories.
Yeah, they're old like fairy tales, like Cinderella. Like, it's based on a whole different story. All the fairy tales. I love what they did with Sleeping Beauty and brought Maleficent, and how they told the story from Maleficent's point of view. You haven't watched Maleficent? And now they got a part 2. It's really well. Because in Sleeping Beauty, all you knew is that this was this evil queen or whatever. Like, she was an evil witch or whatever she was. But in the movie Maleficent, with Angelina Jolie as Maleficent, you see where she was the queen of the fairies, and how the human broke her heart, and it's a whole big story about how she turned evil. It's crazy.
That's interesting.
It's really good.
That too.
It's
you
a really
text me all the things that I said I'm gonna look up. I probably even forgot by now.
But yeah,
inbox you said this, that, and I'll get right on that.
Right. So back to the music a little bit. I want to know, what are your thoughts on somebody not say that you're not an artist, that you're just a supporter, you're just a regular person, you're a fan, and somebody just keeps tagging you in videos on Facebook or keeps inboxing you. How do you feel about that as a fan?
See, when you ask me the question, I say as a fan, can I answer both ways?
Yeah. But I mean, as a fan, how do you? Because it gets on my damn nerves.
As simply a
especially
fan,
if you don't know them.
Right. Well, as simply a fan for somebody who's like not even friends with them, or
you just become friends with them because,
or for whatever reason, I know somebody else or whatever reason,
right.
And they just be like in there inboxing music. That annoys the crap out of me.
Right.
It just annoys me to do that. I don't ever really want to listen to it. Now, as an artist, I've started looking for ways to take advantage of that. So I started hitting you back. It's like, yeah, let's check out my new song. All right, cool. Go to my Facebook page. Go to my YouTube page and subscribe, and I'll listen to yours. I started doing that recently within the last few months. Sometimes it's a hit. Sometimes they'll come back and say, yeah, I checked it out, and I see my follower go up. Sometimes it don't, and I ain't never listened to their song in my life. Right. So as an artist, I feel like it's easier to answer because I'm using that to my advantage now. All right, send me what you want to. You gotta. I'll comply to your demands. You comply to mine.
Because I added somebody because I knew who they were. I knew as an artist, I knew who they were. Not a fan, quote unquote fan of them. Seen them at shows. They give really good shows. Whatever. Right. Added them. Next thing I know, boom, inbox, link to YouTube video. Boom, next one, just constantly. No interaction. It's just links.
It's like, yeah, check out my
just
video.
Links, and not even that. Just links. Just links. So I
Can I
have
get a hey? How you doing?
you know, I mean, and that's why like I stopped putting artists on my Facebook page. Go like my Baltimore Paparazzi page. If you want, go send me those links on that page. Go put them on my page or whatever,
Right. At least let me know you're here to show love. It ain't just my regular page.
Right.
At least if I know you on my page in the inbox, you might have saw my last couple pictures when you was trying to go to my inbox.
Right. Are you seeing where I had posted up? Because like my IG, my Baltimore Paparazzi IG is connected to my Baltimore Paparazzi page.
Right.
So anything I post on there, I share to that page,
right.
And I share a lot of. I have a friend up in Rhode Island that has a show called 1 Minute News with Charles Brown. His name's Charles Brown, and he does a 1 minute news where he does like things that are in the news, and I started just sharing it because it was interesting to me. And him and I have been friends for years. He was a promoter that did shows. He came down here to Baltimore and did a show down here with G Major years ago at Lava Lounge, another place that no longer is there. And so now he just tags me in it. So then when somebody else shares it, my name is being tagged in that. So, I don't know if that's how people are finding me on IG. I don't know, but yeah. But I keep getting people follow me on IG. It's like other artists and stuff. Yeah. I don't know who they are. They don't really send me messages to tell me to go check out my page and none of that stuff because
it's annoying.
It is. I'd rather come across it.
Especially when most of the people that you follow are artists. And most of the people you follow artists, it's like, oh my God, leave me alone.
No,
especially when they all make the same music.
No, this is the best one though.
I think that approach would be better.
I think it's the approach. Like for me, I'm all about building relationships with it. So first, what I'll do is I'll be like, I'll start out with conversation. Hey, how you doing? You might ask me, well, who the hell are you? And I say,
so
I'm one of your Facebook
you're one of those spammers, huh?
No, I want to start a conversation. I don't want to spam somebody.
I
don't just want to spam somebody with my music.
Right.
So it's like I'm going to start a conversation first. And then I'm going to say, once I feel like I got clear, I'm like, by the way, check out my...
They might actually do it, though.
They do.
Like, that works.
Yeah.
That's somebody that works.
Right.
It works for me, but a lot of people, they just... Because I get it. They just inbox you to check out this, and it's like the same copy and paste that
you said.
Yeah.
And it might as well be a chain letter.
So,
and that's basically what it is.
My name in it or something.
It's
Like,
like,
Make me
don't say Jay McGraw. Give me
that's about like when somebody wishes somebody happy birthday, and it just says HBD. I try to make it personal, like happy birthday, hope you have a good.
I try to too.
If I'm just in the comments or something, saying happy birthday or whatever. But for me, like I've been so bombarded over the years with music from everybody. I get this. How come you didn't share mine? You share so and so's. I'm like, because I didn't see yours.
Hey, you didn't share mine.
I don't get that.
I didn't see it.
Start tagging.
No, Steve did that crap to me one day because I shared Kevin Gates. I shared something from Kevin Gates.
Different.
He said, "How you gonna share Kevin Gates project, but you didn't share I just dropped my project." I said, "Because I didn't see yours. Did you send it to me?" See, that's something different because the work relationship that me and Steve have. You know what I mean? Like we have this. It's a friendship, and we have a work relationship. Like I know his mom, I know his kids. I've seen one of his baby mothers. He's like one of my own kids. Like Steve, like me and Steve will always be together. And I know people was like, "What's going on with them?" No, he's like one of my kids. Like I have to treat him like one of my kids because he acts just like one of my kids. But we have that. Like he just sent me. And I haven't done it yet because I was working and everything, but he sent me the link to his new video that he just dropped with him and Biggs. He was like, "Can you go and comment?" Because I shared it, but I didn't, I just be doing so much stuff. Right. And I'm like, I will. I'm getting ready for work. I'm getting ready so I can get ready for work, go get Cashmere, bring her back home, and then so I can drive to work and go work all day and then come back home. But I will. He was like, "Okay, thanks." But see, that's different. If somebody just randomly just sends me like you said, the copy and paste that he done sent you, done sent everybody on his friends list.
Hit send.
You know, exactly. Send this to, and then, you know, and that's all they do. No, I'd rather just, you know, I'm at the point now, and I guess maybe it's because of social media, that I just rather come across it. If it's meant for me to listen to it, it's meant for me to listen to it. And then, like you said, 9 times out of 10, everybody's doing the same thing. They all sound the same. I've been at a show. I've been at shows where this guy gets up there and he's rapping, and I'm like, oh God. Okay. Then another person comes up there and they're rapping. Okay. Third person comes up there and they sound just like the first guy. I'm like, did he just rap that same? Did he say that same?
So he say line, same song.
I don't know if he said that. Did he say?
The diversity is gone, man.
It really is.
Like it's not even just the singing, it's the game. Like, it's the major markets. It's the radio. It's all that. I mean, mind you, I know there's a bunch of different artists everywhere, but you know, it's like you gotta look for them now. Like
right.
When you go to these shows with 12 artists, you might get 1 or 2 that's actually doing something different. And
that's my like that's for me is like. I know that the music has to evolve, and everything evolves, everything changes and whatnot. But I had somebody try to tell me that this is what's going, this is what's popping, this is what's all this stuff, and I'm like, but who says that it is? The record labels, they're pushing this,
right?
If they pushed people like J. Cole. If they push people like that were lyrical, if they push those like they push the Young Thugs, which I do like the song that he's got with J. Cole. What is that? The London? Yeah, it's called The London. Yeah, it just my friend put me onto that. And I don't even like Young Thug. He said no. I don't
like Young Thug, but I do like.
But like if whatever they say, that's what everybody's. It's just like, okay, I think male fashion and the way that the males dance in Baltimore is very suspect. Mm-hmm. I think it's very feminine, but this is what people are saying is popular. This is the in thing. And the more that Chris Brown can wear. He wears pyramid. It's his clothing line, pyramid. Because Chris Brown wears it, that's popular. So everybody else has got to wear it. You know what I mean? What these celebrities wear that's the reason why these designers try to get the celebrities to wear their.
That's why they give them all that free stuff.
Right. So with the music, they said, this mumble rap, this is the new thing. This is what's popular. This is the it thing.
Telling us that's what's popular.
Brainwashing, basically.
Brainwashing.
Sorry, I like lyrics. I like people telling me stories. Mm-hmm. I don't like rhyming the same word over and over and over. I don't like
every beat to be a trap beat.
Right. So I'm going to stick to what I like. Like I said, it took me a while to understand. I was like, okay, because they say it's not hip hop. This crap is not hip hop.
People say but I don't agree.
It's a form of hip hop. It's a sub-genre of hip hop, like rock and roll with that grunge and the heavy metal and the death metal and the all the different types of rock that they have.
Yeah.
Even now they've got country.
Well,
country music is doing the same thing now because now there's
country sound like hip hop now. That's why he got that old town road crack jumping so hard. Even country starting to sound like he got that little fast hi hats and the country.
They've been doing that, but secretly they've been doing that for the past couple of years because I've heard it because I have friends that do listen to country music. I listen to all genres. Like there's times when like I'm driving to work. And all the hip hop stations that I have programmed are just playing. I'm like, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. I'm not in the mood to hear this. I don't want to hear Lauryn Hill again. So then I'll hit the other selection, and it's my rock station. It's the Hair Nation and the Ozzy Boneyard and and I'm listening to this. And one day I was listening and I was like, I love to hear instruments.
Okay.
I just love. It's nothing against hip hop beats, but I love to hear the drums, and I love to hear that bass guitar, and I love to hear that guitar playing the riff or playing the solo. I love to hear Lars Eldridge from Metallica when he hits the double bass, brrr, I just
break his foot off.
But
I play drums, that crap hurts.
But I love to hear those individual sounds, just like with jazz. I love when I go down to New Orleans and I hear the jazz playing. I love to hear the music, and that's why my love for music is just crazy in what I listen to.
Right.
Like, if I feel like, I don't know, if I feel like being petty, I'll put rock and roll music on. Just because I'm like, I just want to listen to something. I'll be at work and I'll be like, I don't want to, I'm in my feelings because, my friend I'm mad at him because he's did something. So I don't want to listen to anything that's hip hop because I'm going to be thinking of him. So I'll go listen to Def Leppard. I put Def Leppard on in my headphones and zone out to Def Leppard. So like I said, music is my therapy. Yeah. So when I'm listening to certain things, it takes me certain places. The group Poison, it's the 80s band. Every time I listen to that, I think back to when I had the Dodge Ram Charger and me and my homegirl was riding around with the top off of it, and we're just
fly.
Yeah. So, it's about that time, isn't it? Look, Jay's like, come on, Lisa. I'm trying to get.
You about to get a beating.
So,
that mother 13, mother 14 wild trying to figure out how he ain't done
right.
it.
So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna play. I'm gonna just do an outro to the song. We're gonna use that as the outro for the show, if that's okay with you, sir. Okay, I'm just asking. But that 2 hours went by fast as I don't know what.
It always does.
I know.
It always does.
Yeah, because like I said, I just like having a conversation. We talk about everything and anything. So, project you have out right now is 7.
Well, I'm about to drop a new one.
Okay.
That one's an EP. It's called For All Seasons. It's called. Well, you're actually getting a quarter of the album right now.
Right.
Like it's an EP. It's literally 4 tracks. It's called For All Seasons. FOUR. It's literally one song for each kid.
Oh.
So it's a dedication to all my kids. I don't know if you've seen the album cover yet. The album cover is basically them playing on the playground. But I had to randomly select a child to bring out to you today. I'm probably gonna keep using this one until it's out. It's probably gonna be out like end of August. And this song's called Autumn. This is for the song 7.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry, for the child named 7. The child named 7, yeah.
Well, give everybody your information, where they can find you at. And
All right, well, I am on Instagram. You can just find me on Twitter. I send stuff from other places. But Instagram is @Bryan Lyrics, BRYAN, and lyrics like the words of a song. And then Facebook is Bryan with the Lyrics.
it's just...
Oh, I'm sorry. And then YouTube, Beat Boys Music, BEET BOYZ MUSIK, Beat Boys Music. And then that's where you can find all the videos and all the good stuff. And I will be doing a music video for every song on this album. So all 4 songs is going to get a music video. Most likely, well, definitely done by Studio 23.
Right. That's my son's. That's my son, Hello Rello, and Slay.
Man, Hello Rello just talked about it. He was like, okay, we doing that.
That sounds just like him too, all hyper. Ma, we need to talk. Okay, what do we need to talk about? So, and what we were talking about last week about name and branding and all. See, Bryan's already on it. See?
Bryan's on it.
Oh, what I do?
No, he was telling artists that you need your Instagram, your Facebook needs to be
applied
to your name, to your stage name.
Bryan with the Lyrics. Y'all know that with the just slipped in there somehow. I don't even know what that happened.
Right, because I was like...
I do, but it's a long story.
You have a Bryan Lyrics page too.
I do have a Bryan Lyrics page too. And I always send that straight from the Instagram though. Every once in a while I post it there by itself. But yeah, thanks for following.
Well, once again...
Thanks for stalking me.
Thanks for coming through and sitting down here and talking with me, laughing,
thank you
sharing
for always
stories.
inviting me.
Always, like I said, everybody's like, if I'm invited back, I said always, as long as because I stay booked for 2 months.
I'm like 3rd.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was trying to figure out how to be number 1, but Stuff happens.
Well, the number one spot was I had to last minute kind of shuffle and everything because the person was going to be out of town, and then he hit me. He was like, "Well, I'm not going to be out of town." And I was like, "Well, the spot's taken. Sorry."
No.
They be like, "What date you got?" I'll be like, "This." They'd be like, "All right." I was like, "Well, you need to tell me what day because they're going to fill up." They'll hit me back the next day, like, "Okay, can I have this date?" No, it's gone.
No.
So, how's good?
Am I wrong? Isn't exoskeleton next?
He's come. Yeah,
I
is he next?
I think he's next. And if he's next, if I mess around, just walk through the door with a chicken box. I ain't gonna say a word. I'm just gonna eat my chicken. I'm not gonna offer y'all nothing. I want to be on camera. That's all.
Well,
Yo,
that's right. That's how we do it here.
Yo, baby.
Well, like I said,
Don't
thanks.
say that. He might pop up at the
He might
show.
pop up with the mask on.
He ain't gonna wave. He's just gonna sit there and go.
We did the wave.
No, he threw the waves.
The wave. The thing.
Yeah, he's just
That
gonna
dude's a
sit there.
creep.
I love him. He's just.
I hope he turned into another network. I don't know which one he's watching from my phone guy, but I know he gotta be on one of them.
Yeah, he was on that.
So,
Your wife was on that too.
Oh, I mean, that's why my phone died. So I get rid of it.
but most definitely,
Everybody's like, okay, he's still in there.
right. Most definitely keep me informed about everything. The when the EP drops and the videos and any shows you got coming up because I can't keep track of everything.
Yeah, I gotta talk really loud. I'm trying to jump on some of this sudden.
I'm steady trying to send people that way.
If you're listening, I'm still interested.
I keep sending people his way. So
They taking my spot. Nah, he ain't never gonna run out of spots. He gonna have tours in Zimbabwe soon. You know how you do it.
probably. So next week I'm not even sure who I got because I can't. It's probably on my phone.
I'll be on her tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where's the flyer?
I'll be able to make the flyer. I'm gonna make the flyers for the next few shows. That way I ain't gotta deal with that mess no more.
Pictures of everybody on the scene. It's so easy to make.
I must was in her head for yours because she just sent it and I was like, yes, I am.
No, because I had to work, but see, I had this weekend off, so that's why I was. Yeah, but I'm actually working on a project. I started working on a project today for my friend for his birthday. But anyway, he's not watching this, so he don't know nothing about it. But next week I'll be here 7 to 9, Power 4.4 in the spotlight of Baltimore Paparazzi. Thank you for tuning in, and we're leaving out with Bryan lyrics. Song's called Autumn. I'll see y'all next week.
So, since Bryan lyrics likes.
That's the wrong song.